Let's forget. All right, so people like Alan, welcome. I don't remember who else dropped. I know Dominique dropped one, but excuse me. Uh, welcome to the Elevation Empire. Not Elevation Empire, yeah, but welcome to the best days of your life. You treat this right. You do this right. Your life ain't never gonna be the same, Alan. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you treat this right. And all the other new members included. You treat this right. This is going to be the best period of your life. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not trying to hype it up or nothing. It's just straight facts. Because the information, the people, the relationships, the circumstances, the money, the money, the money, and the money, best days of your life. Best days of your life. I, I ain't seen no better. If any, well, I mean, there might be a couple of circumstances, but overall, if this is the best time of your life, go ahead and drop some sevens in the chat box. Ever since you done joined this joint, like ever since you came across this information, I know I'm not tripping. I know I'm not. I know I'm not tripping, and I know I'm not the only one. See, look, y'all going crazy, and I hope Alan is seeing this. I'm just a messenger. I'm the messenger for the next 45 to 50 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. But before I go ahead into the information, I want to kind of like get a little serious a little bit because there is something that I need you to know. And it's really one word. It's values. And I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm gonna tell you a story. So it was a family, right? I'm not gonna get into specifics. It's just a family. It's just imaginary family. So the daughter turns 16, and as a 16th birthday gift, the dad decides, okay, I'm gonna give her a car. It's a car that's been sitting in the garage for a long time. It's been collecting dust. I'm pretty sure some of y'all knew one of those types of cars. And he says, but before you go ahead and before go ahead and take it and it's yours, I need you to do a few things. I want you to take it down to the dealership, and I want you to get it appraised. Now, if you don't want to know what appraised is, that just means it shows you the value of something. Like you go trade your car in, they're gonna send a dude out to your car to go appraise it, to go see how much the car is worth. Now, she took it down to the dealership, and the guy at the dealership, he was walking all around and doing what he had to do. And he came back and he told her, he was like, you know what? It's an old car. I'm probably not even going to be able to sell it. The parts is hard to come by. I can give you $1,000 for it. So she came back to her dad. She says, Dad, I went down there. He did what he had to do. He said he'll give me $1,000 for it. He said, cool. Now, I want you to take it down to the pawn shop. And I want you to see how much they'll give you for the car. And that's what she did. So long story short, she came back. The guy told her, I'll give you $100 for it. And she came back. She said, oh, they said they'll give me $100 for it. All right, last thing. I want you to take it down to a collector. So she took it down to the collector. The collector was amazed at what she had brought in. And he says, do you know what you have here? Yo, like this right here is something different. Like this right here, like I have not seen this forever. This is rare. This is one of a kind. This is the equivalent. This is the materialistic equivalent of a once in a lifetime opportunity. He said, I'll offer you $100,000 for this car. And that's when she got lit, because she heard 1,000, she heard 100, then she heard 100 bands. And she went back to her dad's house quick, fast, and in a hurry. She said, you know what? We got to go take this 100 bands. Because dude offered me 100 bands for this broke down little car, this little beater. was like, I can go get me a new car for, you know, do he can have it. He can have it. And then he said, slow down. I want you to sit back and I want you to look at what you experienced today. He says you went to the dealership and they told you 1,000. Then you went to the pawn shop, they told you 100. You went to a collector, he told you 100,000. So what I want you to get out of that is something called values, because what you value is what you receive. See, a lot of people, they want to give $10 to $100 investment. They want to give, $1,000 to $100,000 opportunity. And what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to pass this by thinking that it's a $10 opportunity. Do not overlook this opportunity because of what somebody else appraised it by. I don't want you to miss this ship. Because, like I said, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. What you have here does not come around often. What on this Zoom call is not normal. I want you to understand that. This Zoom call is not normal. I didn't even introduce myself yet. You probably don't even know who I am. I said my name, but that's about it. I'm talking about Alvin. Me and Alvin live in the same city. And I have not met this man yet. But you saw me, interacting with Alvin because Alvin's my dude. Like, he be on all the Zoom calls. J Money Wealthy too. And Christian, bro. I want to applaud you, bro. Christian, you be at work consistently on these Zoom calls, bro. If nobody else tells you that, I told you that. Bro, I appreciate you. Keep plugging in, bro. Keep plugging in. This is nothing to play with. This is nothing to play with. It's really not. Hold on, I gotta answer this. That's money calling. That's money calling. Or texting, rather. Hold up. All right. So, back to what I was saying. I don't want you to miss this shit. I really don't. Because if you miss this, I don't want you to run into a predicament where you have to put your dreams on hold to survive today. I don't want you to be in a predicament where you got to put your dreams and goals on hold because you have to survive to get to tomorrow. Now, when I get into this new, when I get into this new member orientation information, I really want you to really take notes. Not because yes, that is my charger, bro. Because I was on the hotspot, but it's connected to the Wi-Fi now, so I guess it don't really matter. Bro, and it was about to, but but like, it's not because I'm anybody special. I'm just a 20-year-old college student that came across some information that's gonna change the world. That's all I am. A few months ago, I was on the other side of the screen. A year ago, I was Alan. But I took heed to this information that I'm about to give to you. That stays your life. It's that simple. And I'm not here to talk a bunch of information to you. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not going to be that person. But what I am here to do is provide you with some information that you can take home and it can really, take root and produce fruit. So with that being said, like I said, my name is Marquise Finch. I've been in this space for about a year, going on a year and a half. Best times of my life. And that is not money calling. He gonna have to wait. All right. And I'm about to show you how you can take the information that you learned on the op call, take the information that you learn on these Zoom calls, and really put money in your pocket by it. So, first thing that we're gonna go over is we're gonna go over what you done got into. What did I get myself into when I paid that money? And simply put, you are an investor now, whether you like it or not. Like I said, I do not want you to miss this ship because of what somebody else appraised this by. I want you to value this because what you value is what you will receive. If if you think of this like that car that's worth $100,000, you're gonna put $100,000 worth of effort into it. But if you look at $100,000 car, okay, if you look at $100,000 car with $1,000 eyes, you'll never be able to give $100,000. Never. So what I want you to look at investing, I want you to look at it as an opportunity. I want you to look at it as, okay, this is the middle ground. This is where I am. This is where I want to go. And how am I going to get there? I say this on all of my op calls now. This is not the only way to go. You can have a certain dream. I can say, I want to make $10. I can go up the street to QT and go make $10 an hour. But your dream may be much bigger than that. Oh, I want to go buy my mom a new car. I want to move out of my mom's house. I want to go do this. I want to go do that. But simply put, where are you right now and where are you going to go later? And how are you going to get there? See, a lot of people, they shortchange how they're going to get there. They think, oh, I'm about to work a 9 to 5 till I make 7 figures. You could do that. And that's just the type of person I am. You could go do that. But I'm going to tell you like this. You need to alleviate one thing. And that's why you're on this call right now. And that's what I'm about to teach you. You need to alleviate one thing. And that's time. See, me, myself, I can't talk right now. I'm on a call. All right. So you need to alleviate one thing, and that's time. Like me, myself, I just spent 2 hours out cutting grass. And what did I make? $75, $100. That ain't nothing. It's $50 an hour. But what do I have? What do I have? Like 20 of that got to go to gas. Then I have everything else on top of that. Let's say you go work your 9 to 5. You go work your 9 to 5. How much do you get? $2,000 a month, anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 a month. And then guess what? You go, maybe you open a business. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop beating around the bush and I'm gonna just tell you what I really want to tell you. Financial trifecta. If you know what the financial trifecta is, go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat. I see you really plugged in. See, that's why I like Al. You see me plugged in. But financial trifecta, you need financial independence, financial diversity to lead to financial freedom. You get financial independence by a job or anything else that gets you independent in your finances. You're not depending on anybody. Then financial diversity, because what millionaire do you know that has one stream of income, has 2 streams of income, etc. Then you can get to financial freedom, but you cannot get to financial freedom without financial diversity. And how do you become financially diverse? Being on these Zoom calls. She's like, my man Christian is at work. I'm pretty sure he's financially independent by that. If I was just solely reliant on my landscape business, I could be financially independent if I wanted to. Now it's time to become financially diverse. How do I become financially diverse? On these Zoom calls. Learning how to make money on my phone, learning how to make money in minutes, learning how to tap into digital currency. Financial independence. Financial independence is just when you're not dependent on anybody for your finances. Anybody or anyone or any institution. If you have a job, that's different. But if your mom gives you a $200 allowance, I wouldn't call that financial independence. But if you have a job, you go there, it's consistent, that's financial independence. because you're not relying on anybody. You can carry your own weight with your finances. Then financial diversity. You branch out a little bit. You open a business. You do something like this. Then you do that enough times, it leads to financial freedom. And that is where this information comes in. Because this isn't the only way. You can go out and do real estate for all I care. But that takes a lot of time. And it also takes a lot of money. So if you want to save yourself time, energy, money, headaches, Advil, trade, 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 and trade. See, my goal, I mean, residuals are cool, but that's not what we're here to talk about. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about trading. I'm here to talk about something that nobody talks about. How about you retire your mom unranked? How about you buy your mom the new range unranked? How you do that? You got to trade. And how do you trade? You got to have the information. You got to be plugged into the information, because I want you to answer me this in the chat. If I don't know addition, can I perform multiplication? Yes or no? No, it's simple. So I want you to answer me this in the chat too. Can I make a sustainable living trading if I don't know how to trade? Yes or no? No, you cannot. You cannot have a sustainable trading life if you do not know how to trade. How do you learn how to trade? Oh, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. We just so happen to have the best academy. And see, there was a direction I was going with that. Because I knew somebody was gonna say go live shit. Yes, go live shit. I'm not even gonna doubt that. But what happens when Millie Mills gets sick? What happens when one of her kids gets sick and she gotta go take care of her kids? What happens when Matthew Thayer is getting his teeth fixed again? What happens when he gotta go to the doctor? What happens when Kim and Lano are on vacation? What happens? Who else y'all plug into? Money Marks? That new guy? Sean OG? Kurt Cobain? What happens when they all get together and they go on vacation? Because they can do that because they're rich. What happens? You got to get in where you fit in. DL Woods. Bro, DL Woods about to have a kid. DL Woods about to have a kid. You got to get in where you fit in. So you got to know what you're doing as far as products, services, go lives, etc. And that's what I'm here to do. This is going to be our new member orientation. I just kind of did the little warm up, prelude, whatever we got to do. But I'm about to go into the websites, the resources, the hubs, and everything else in between. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna use this. Let me use this. All right. Boom. Share screen. Screen one. Bye, y'all. So if you can see the Migos, go ahead and type a one in the chat box while I move y'all over here. Bet. Bet. So we're gonna go into your IM.center. This is gonna be your hub. This is gonna be your, I don't know no other word but hub. All right. So this is where you're gonna come for everything. Now, if you don't have a pen and pad out already, I need you to take it out. I promise you, you're going to want to take some notes on this. Now, there's a whole lot of stuff that you can do on here, but I'm going to cut to the money. Not going to cut to the chase. I'm going to cut to the money. So you want to learn how to make you some money. It all depends on what your schedule is and what is most convenient for you. See, I don't believe in, just here, take it, run with it, whatever. Find out what works best for your schedule. If you know that you work early in the morning, you got to go in at 7 o'clock in the evening, and you get out at 7 in the morning, London session ain't going to be for you. And I'm going to get into what all that means in a minute. But trading in the early morning just ain't going to be for you. If you know you work, 9 to 5, again, New York session may not be for you. Sydney session may not be for you. Trading in the day may not be for you. So you're going to need to tailor your trading life around that. And that's all dictated. Everything from this point on is dictated by your schedule. When are you available? See, because this right here, you can't, you want to be able to focus on this. You don't want to be able to miss the boat because you're trying to multitask. So you really need to dive into this. You need to have time set aside outside of what you're already doing. So what you do from this point is solely contingent on your schedule. So watch this. I talked about education. You cannot create a sustainable trading income if you do not know anything about trading. How do you learn about trading? Primarily, you have these academies right here. Learn Forex Trading English. Watch this. You have, all of these are broken up into series. I'm going to move you all over here too. So you have 100 series, 200 series, 300 series, 400 series. As it gets higher, it gets more difficult. But that's honestly the best part. Because they're not just going to give you the basics and then leave everything else to chance. You got the very, very, very basics. What is Forex? And I mean, these ain't no lectures. These are 5-minute videos, 5 to 15 minutes. You can do that, 5 to 15 minutes. You watch 3 to 5 videos a day. And look, if you one of those types, you're very interactive, you want to make sure you have the information down outside of your notes, guess what? They got a little quiz for you. They got a little quiz. Now, me, I'm not a big fan of quizzes. I don't like quizzes. But if that's you, it's there. See, me up for my notes. That's why I say this is all contingent on how you operate. Granted, you're going to have to adapt. You're going to have to, get used to this environment. But that does not mean that how you learn the best isn't applied to this. If you know that you like, taking little audio notes, hey, look, da, 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 da. If you know that you like paraphrasing, paraphrase, but dive into these. Now, if you sign up with the FRX Academy, for the very basics, I need you to watch the 100 series and 200 series videos. There's actually going to be a new academy coming out. There's going to be a new academy coming out. And it's honestly going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, but for right now, watch the 100 series and 200 series for the FRX videos right here. If they don't automatically populate, you got to scroll up a little bit and then click enroll somewhere right here. 100 series, 200 series is going to get you set up with the very, very basics as far as what the market is, when to trade in the market, when is the best time to make money, and how you can best, utilize the tools and services that's provided in order to, start being profitable. It's that simple. Same with HFX. HFX, there's a series of videos. I'm going to give them to you right now. It's 101 to 107. Right here, 101 to 107. 107 to 3, let me see, 301. So 101 to 107, 107 to 341 to 301, and then the next one is 340. Let me see. Yo, where's my scroller? There we go. All right, 341. I'm gonna give you an extra one. Nah, 341 to 343. That's the last one. So 101 to 107, 107 to 301, 341 to 343. That's gonna be your HFX ones. Now for DCX, watch everything. Watch everything. Everything is needed for crypto. There's no like academy, but everything that's provided there, watch it. And for DCX, okay, somebody said I have HFX personally. So for the FRX, would you recommend one? Yes, 100 series, 200 series in its entirety. Because what that's going to do is it's going to set you up for other stuff. It's going to set you up for other stuff. And I'm going to show you what that is right now in a couple seconds. Next thing, I'm pretty sure everybody is in the Telegram. Everybody should be in the Telegram. Now, I Am Academy also has a version of Telegram being Pip Talk. So if an educator, platform, product, service has any updates, announcements, trades, etc., they will send them through their Pip Talk. So that's why I said, find what you're good at. Find what works best for you. Because me, I like pivots, but you may like DeLorean. So you would go into, Tyrone Foster's Pip Talk, you would subscribe. You would go into DeLorean's Pip Talk and subscribe. So if there's any, announcements, comments, trades, etc., you are kept up to date. Now, I will say that I Am Academy does have an app. If you download the I Am Academy app and you subscribe to something on your laptop, then you will get push notifications whenever, a notification comes up. Now, everybody was talking about this. Everybody was talking about this. Go Live. To me, Go Live is a plus. Go Live is bonus. Oh, this dude is cold. This dude is cold. All right. Let me see any questions. Nope. All right, cool. So this is Go Live. This right here is your top 5 educators. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. But these are gonna be your top 5 educators for the week as far as views. You can see their views right here. Then you have our dashboard as it pertains to the different academies, so on and so forth. I'll go over them briefly. So after you watch the, I'm gonna talk about FRX first. After you watch the FRX videos, you're gonna go into FRX Basics. The FRX Go Live channel. You're gonna go to Manny Quinones. Manny is also coming out with a new bootcamp. He is also the face of, he's also the voice rather of the Academy videos. So who you hear? Oh look, it's already out. It's already out. I didn't think it was gonna come out so soon, but it's already out. He's not finished with it yet. He's supposed to have a few more parts to this, but I want to go to the beginning. Oh, there is no beginning. So this right here is elite. Go watch these. Now these are gonna be your 45 minutes to an hour long. And they added this. If you're not in his Telegram, I'll send it after. But these are elite. Go ahead and watch these. There's gonna be a new. I'm pretty sure he's gonna upload the new academy just separate because they do delete these go lives now. All right. So I'm gonna give you my personal picks for FRX to listen to and for what. Manny Quinones, Harmonic Scanner, Tyrone Foster, DeLorean, John Dollery, and Starboy, Steady, John Fibonacci. He's gonna be your advanced smart money. Let me go ahead down here. Christopher Derrick is Harmonic Scanner Gold Cup intro newbie-ish. That's how I describe Christopher Derrick. Because Christopher Derrick is low-key like he's so versatile. All right. Kim, Gold Cup for sure. Lee Allen. Lee Allen is pivots. Then Abel Melendez, he's DeLorean and basics beginner friendly. Jonathan and Nina Rodriguez, they do the baseball strategy. Now that is low key lit. Chance Samantha Garm is Pitchfork Harmonics. Okay. Kathy Kirkland is low key the OG of Money in Minutes. If you weren't here, I'm not gonna tell you, but she's here. Web analyzer. So plug into Dr. Kathy. Who else? Ivan Cabral. He's good on FRX too. Then Dr. Spiller, the harmonic scanner. Where's he at? I think you have to go to harmonics. Let me see. Yo, where's my man? Oh, dang it. So apparently he is just under colors now. Dang. He was getting it on harmonics. I guess he pushing at colors now. There he is. Dark spills. Now, these dark spills after darks, bro. This guy right here, this guy, I'm gonna tell you what happened. He was building the business. He's a chairman. And then he came back to trading. He was a trader. He was a trader. Then he came back. He stopped trading. He built the business. Then he took a break from building the business. He still builds, but I mean, he kind of dialed back on building the business. And now look, assassin on the markets. Now let's talk about HFX. HFX, a lot of people already know about HFX. They know about Millie Mills. Bro, Jonathan Nunez and HFX swipe. Daniel Lopez, HFX swipes. You got Arlette DL. Josh Lee and Brandon Boyd. If you want to really learn how to, get around these markets, Josh Lee and Brandon Boyd. Taylor Marks and Kenry Moe. That's the dude. Kenry Moe. I haven't heard about some of these other guys like this guy. But Matthew Thayer, of course, is creator of Cash Trap, Ivan Cabral, and Ness Vasquez. DCX. DCX is really, I don't want to explain it. It's lit, but everybody is comprehensive. So everybody is good, to say the least. But the people I would plug into, Sean OG, Mike Santero, Curtis Cobain, and then Crypto Picasso. It's another guy on here. Nick Gomez. There it is. All right. There was something on here. Not a scheduled broadcasting. So they're coming out with new stuff. I haven't been on DCX channel in a while. Cool. Now, I want to bring it back. Are there any questions thus far? Are there any questions thus far? Questions? No questions? Good, good. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna talk about getting into trading. Before I do that though, everybody back. All right, so we're gonna talk about getting into trading. So, as somebody that's new, how do you dive into trading? Primarily, you need to get on a Go Live session just to get your feet in the water. You know, any other Go Live sessions I just picked out is perfect. Primarily, you need to get into a Go Live session. You need to. That way, they give you further direction. You get into a trade, you win. Now, how do you further, start to trade and become independent and diverse? You need to find a product. You need to start out with a singular product that is going to be convenient for you. That's going to be, like I said, it's going to mold around your schedule. We have a lot, to say the least. Let me go down here. So I'm going to go down all of them, and I'm going to tell you exactly what they do and what schedule they really fit around and why. So for FRX, for beginners, what I highly recommend that's really versatile as far as time schedules are concerned, FRX harmonic scanner, gold cup, pivots. Those are my three. Not saying all the rest of them aren't. And DeLorean. I gotta say DeLorean because DeLorean is lit. I gotta say, but that's more so if you want to trade more so in the morning. But for versatility, like as far as time and as far as how much money you can make, I would say harmonics and pivots. As far as time. Now, if you don't want to really care about time too much, you don't really care about trading in the morning, DeLorean be low key good for HFX too. Yes, it is good. But if you don't really care about, trading early in the morning, so on and so forth, DeLorean is the way to go. It's so easy. It's so easy. It's so profitable. Now, HFX, you probably already know, it's probably in your package, but you also have Liberty and you have Cash Trap. And those are going to be your two primary HFX products. Another one that you can use for HFX is DeLorean and HFX swipes. Then you have for DCX swipe coin, scalper. Now let's talk about this right quick. I'm gonna go over this very briefly. I'm gonna go to my whiteboard. One day I'm gonna bust out this whiteboard, but I don't got time for that right now. We're gonna talk about forex sessions. So there are four majors. There's London. Then I'm gonna do it like the little chart thing. There's London, There's New York, New York. Then there's Sydney. Why is this so far apart? Sydney, Tokyo session. In that order. So it's London, New York, Sydney, Tokyo. Now I'm gonna do Central Time. So London session starts at 2 a.m. Central. New York starts at 8 a.m. Central. Sydney is 5 p.m. Central. And Tokyo is 7 p.m. Central. So if you want a rough translation, I'm going to do CST, EST, EST. I don't want to leave everybody out. All right. So 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 12 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 6 a.m. Somebody in Pacific correct me if I'm wrong. I always have trouble with Pacific. 6 p.m., 3 p.m. All right. And then 7, 8. Wow. All right. So I hope y'all can see that. Let me space it out. So these are going to be the times, and I will include this. There is a market break daily, or Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Actually, no, it's 5 p.m. Let's say 4:30 just to be safe. So 4:30 just to be safe is going to be a market break. All of them. All of them. But mainly FRX. So there's going to be a market break from 4 to 6:45. It starts to open back up kind of around 6:45, 7-ish Central. And every day during that break, if you're in a trade, you are going to see it go super slow. If you're on MT4, it's not going to move at all. If you're on MT4, your numbers are not going to change. If you're on HFX, it's going to be really slow. So I would stay out of the market between that time. Let the market do what it has to do, because there's some instances where I've been in a trade and the market closes and if it opens back up, it shoots in the other direction. So just be careful, stay out the markets, and be careful of that. So this affects yes, this affects mainly FRX, but it can affect HFX too, and DCX especially. Now let's talk about some resources. Let's talk about some resources. One of them being a demo account. So as beginners, I would not recommend you jumping in the water with your own money. Like we talked about this in the beginning. You're not going to be able to know how to trade day one. You're not going to be able to be profitable. You can be profitable day one. I mean, yeah, you can win a couple of trades, But what I want you to do is I want you to get comfortable. I want you to get acclimated. And how do you do that without your own money? Is a demo account. Don't be afraid of a demo account. It's not real money, and you can take real trades in real time. So you can see how it is. And it's not like, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. No, it's none of that. It's at your own pace, it's at your own time. Then, boom, once you get comfortable, guess what? You go open up a live account, and then what happens? You're good, you're comfortable, you're acclimated. Think about it like this: is your reaction the same when you jump in a cold pool without putting your feet in the water first, or you put your feet in the water first, then jump in? You're always going to have the biggest reaction when you just jump in the cold pool because you haven't allowed your body to acclimate to the water temperature. And it's the same in the markets. So I want you to acclimate to this environment because it is different. It is going to call you to do, yeah, stings either way, but one is a lesser blow because you've already kind of acclimated to it. I don't know no other analogy off the top of my head, but it's the same thing. So just get acclimated, open up a demo account. We're gonna go over here in a couple seconds. Then we're gonna be almost time to wrap up. So let's talk about. All right, so I'm gonna go over an HFX one just because it's simplistic. Matter of fact, I'll go over both. So number one, HFX demo account, pocket option. You open up pocket option, home page. All right, and then free demo. You get 10,000. I wouldn't use this. I would go over here to my candles and I'll put line. And then you kind of play with it. See what it's doing. All right, once it comes back up, boom. You just play around with it. And what I like about pocket option too is that you can close trades early. So like if I wanted to close this, I could. Same if I was to do this. Close this. This is the one I was in before. 26 seconds left. I can't close it. Let's see what this does. Boom. Oh, look, I won both of them. That's crazy. But you see, that quick. You just play around with it. And you go into your strategy, look what you got to do. Come over here. Oh, it says buy. Okay, buy. And then play around with it. You could go higher, you can go lower. You can make it more realistic. You say, all right, $5. You can go make $5 that quick. Now you don't have some of the other features like rollover, double up, etc., but it is still a good tool and resource that you can use. Now, off of this, see, look, close and profit. Like you can, oh, I only have 7 seconds left. Another one. Then you have your MT4 demo, which is essentially the same thing. We're going to have an MT4 training. I highly suggest that you hop on there so that way you can navigate MT4, but the demo works the same way. The concept is the same. So I went over, I am center, go live, the products, and demos. I'll go over the MC4 demo just to show you how it looks. But other than that, before I go into that, are there any more questions? Are there any questions? Does pocket option take a percentage if you close the trade early? Yes. So whatever it says your profit is, that's what you would get. I wouldn't do it if it's not break even. So if you put in $100, it says close 50, I wouldn't do that. But let me show you MT4 just to show you how it looks. Isolated thunderstorm. All right. Let me show y'all real quick. Yo, MC4 not even downloaded. Oh, there you go. It has to update y'all momentarily. All right, cool. Share screen. All right. All right, so this is MetaTrader 4. So I'm not gonna go too much into the mechanics on how you operate this. Even better. None of my passwords save it. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over here to down to the bottom right, settings, new account, open a demo account. Boom. Then I already have mine like, typed in, but you're gonna type HUG. Then it's gonna come up Hugo's Way Demo 3. You don't gotta fill in this information right here. Just make sure that this is 1 to 200. You can make this as low as high as you want. It really doesn't matter. It's your preference. But I like to make it a little bit more realistic, so I put 3,000. Then you just click register. And then that should be all there is to it. You can create a demo account that's more realistic on your broker itself. That's what I like about FRX too. Like my KOT account, I could go create a demo with $100. I could go create a demo with $250. And it's like I put real money in the account. But you can't necessarily do that from here. So I would get with your mentor, get with me directly, and I'll show you how to do that. But that's how you create a demo. And then you would just go to your strategy, whatever it tells you to do. Just come over here, take the trade, do what you have to do. And then, yeah, that's simple. So that's demo accounts, products, services, hubs, everything else. So with that being said, does anybody have any questions? Well, I'll let y'all go. No questions? We're good? Good. Hold on. Let me go back. Should I go over stuff like Forex Factory, stuff like that? I do that on trading calls. That's more. This is more so of like a put your feet in the water type of call. But if we're on a trading call, like a compound plan, okay, MT4 Forex Factory is the move. Because you got to know your currency strength, you got to know your news. Da, da, da. Let me see. You catch yourself more on HFX, FRX for sure. I catch myself more on FRX just for the simple fact that one is convenient, and yeah, it's because it's more convenient for me. Um, because I find myself, I don't really have too many instances where I could just sit down on a computer and either get on a go live session or just sit there and take trades. Now I will when I have the time, but FRX, you just plug in a couple numbers, go on about your business. So I see myself more on FRX more than HFX. All right. Are there any more questions while I do this right quick? All right. Boom, it's up. All right, bet. So no more questions. All right, went all the way to the top. Cool. All right, so no more questions. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're gonna end off on this. We're